Africa TV Freak Up Studio Live 2022 GSL Season 1 Code S.
What's up, everybody? We're in our very first round of 6. Man, that feels weird to say. And let's get into it, man. We are here, and we're going to be eliminating, half of the players in our tournament here tonight. Looking forward to our games, Artosis.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting bracket, but Tasus, if it's a round of 6, why are only 4 players playing today?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're completely right.
Well, no, but it is the round of 6. You were actually right. But look, we're going to eliminate 2 players, and the other 2 will go up to meet Dark and Trap, who await in the round of 4. It's basically a winner's match, then a loser's match, and then a final match.
That's right.
And there you go. I mean, some players are going to eliminate. I don't know.
We've basically changed the entire format of the GSL for the year 2020. I mean, this is a tournament that's been around for I think 12 years now? Are we 11 years or 12 years?
12 years.
Anyways, over 10 years. And so, we've had a lot of the same format through most of this, so I kind of welcome this change. And, we'll see if we like it, the players like it, the fans like it.
So far, it's been entertaining, for sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed the round of 10 more than I thought I would, actually.
Yeah, round of 10 was really good. Here are players that remain. All the Terrans, unfortunately, eliminated. We have 4 Zergs and 2 Protoss still around. Of course, as you see, the winners went directly to that round of 4, Trap and Dark, both with 3-1 map scores, or 3-1 match scores, rather. Rogue and Creator in second place will be playing the winner's match, and then the third place tie between RagnaroK and DRG will be playing the loser match. So one of them will be eliminated first here tonight.
And so here's what remains of the tournament so far. As you guys can see, already in the semifinals is Trap and Dark awaiting their opponents. Today is going to be about these players clawing their way into this next part of the bracket.
Yeah, and the winner of Rogue Creator goes up against Trap, and then the overall, whoever loses there, of course, drops down, and someone will be playing against Dark. Who would you prefer to play against Trap here, Rogue or Creator?
Honestly, I want Creator. I would think that's going to be a fun match, and it seems like
I think it makes the finals better because then it's PvZ guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely had some Zerg domination in the last several years of StarCraft 2, so it's always a welcome thing to not have a ZVZ finals. I don't care if there's just 1 Zerg in the finals, but it is interesting to see that here.
Yeah.
As you can see here today, it is 3 Zergs and a Protoss, and of course, Rogue and Creator, there's a cushion here in the bracket where whoever is beaten there will then drop down into this tiny loser. Is it fair to say a loser's bracket? I guess it is. Yeah.
It is. By the way, guys, the finals are actually going to be at our new studio. It was the old OGN studio. It's a great place in Digital Media City.
Yes.
Big live audience. You're going to love it.
It is. Yeah, that's my favorite part. The audience. We're actually going to have people come down. There's actually some people in the studio here today. We still have people filing in. But yeah, things are finally getting back to normal here from the pandemic, and that includes actually having big gatherings like the one that we can have here at DMC.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. DMC being Digital Media City. That's the name of the subway stop of that area. But
one
that's
caveat
going to be a lot of fun.
It's not that easy to find. I found. I mean, I've worked out of there, and I was lost for a little bit outside the building. So, if you care about the opening ceremony and stuff like that, you might want to come a little bit earlier. And it's basically around a whole bunch of tall buildings that have studios inside them, but it's not obvious. Then again, this studio is also not that easy to find.
Make sure you have directions, whether it's on a phone or like the exact address, that type of thing. It'll help you to find it. The first time you go, though, it is a little bit tricky to get to. Okay, so as you see, Rogue right now has had a good tournament thus far, only losing to Trap there in the round of 10. And honestly, I think, just based on how everyone's been playing so far, I think both Rogue and Creator will probably make it out tonight.
Look, Creator's on fire. I mean, this is a very welcome change here in the GSL. This is, first of all, one of the most old-school StarCraft 2 players. The guys that were playing the first couple of years, a lot of them are not here anymore. But Creator is, and, Creator was sort of this tragic figure of GSL in that he he was always good enough to make it in, but he was always one of the first players to get knocked out. And in this tournament, for like the first time in forever, he is beating everybody and playing really well, and that's exciting. But he's going up against Rogue, which is like, you know, the final boss of a Dark Souls game, difficulty level. I mean, he's very tough, he's very scary, and he doesn't really seem to struggle against any race, any player, on any map.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens, guys, in this best of 5. We're going to start this off on the map Berlingrad.
2022 GSL Season 1. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue. Team MB, Creator.
All right. I'm pretty excited to see what Creator's going to bring here against Rogue. And, yeah, you actually kind of just got me thinking when you mentioned that he's just so old school. If you look at, I should double check, but let's say the first 2 seasons of GSL, right, from 2010. We have 4 players that are still around. It's Maru, Ryung, Gumiho, and Creator.
Oh, yeah. I guess Gumiho really is that old school.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Gumiho, in fact, he was a random player. He was the only random player in GSL.
Yeah, long time ago. And this is a thing that happens with RTS games. Thank you for coming down.
Oh, excellent.
What do you call that, where it's like a word going down the side and then it spells something with each letter?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
I have no idea.
All right.
Call it Scrabble.
Just moving on. Call it Scrabble.
That's what I call it, yeah. I'm not sure what Scrabble means, though, either.
So, yeah, whenever you have a new RTS game come out, there's a lot of kind of new talent that comes in, and a lot of these people are the kind that can, you know, take on a not figured out puzzle and kind of come out with some really good solutions. But as the game gets explored more and unpacked more, you end up with a lot of people. I mean, a lot of those people still, you know, are competitive from early on, but when things get optimized and refined, that's when you end up with kind of a whole new breed of players. And so to see someone like Creator, who had struggled, by the way, I mean, he really was one of these guys, you give him a fresh new game like StarCraft 2. Again, this is 12 years ago, but and he was, you know, brilliant and dominating. And then he got kind of pushed back down by these optimizers, these grinders, these people that really, you know, they practice stuff over and over. They do have formulaic play styles, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. But yeah, that can be tough, but we're seeing this resurgence, and honestly, I think this is the most exciting story in the tournament, at least so far, is that Creator, who always loses, actually is just playing so well, like better than we've ever seen. I can't think of a tournament where he looked this good, ever.
Well, I guess 2012 World Championships is the only time that he was really nailing it.
But I guess if you look back at those games compared to now, like, people are so much better now. We were all cave people back then.
Oh, yes. You're certainly 1,000,000,000% right on that, no doubt. By the way, I am, during this, taking a quick look at who was playing. Maru was the only guy that was actually in Season 1.
Oh, was it Season 2 that Gumiho came in there?
I'm trying to check right now. It was so early, but I'm like kind of just scrolling through the... Actually, no, not Season 2. Gumiho is basically a new player.
So in this game, we've got Robotech, Immortal first, Warp Prism second, hidden behind 2 gates. Warp gate's about to finish. And so this will probably be a setup for a Disruptor drop later on. A little bit of a staggered one.
Yeah. And, yeah, it's a cool build. There's a Roach-Warren coming up, so that's kind of what you want to be playing against anyways here. And, yeah, we'll see what what Creator can end up getting done. I like that he has a really big range right now as well. It's not like he's just doing one thing to beat people. Yeah, Gumio was Season 3. Was his first season of GSL.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess Creator came a little bit later and Rap came a little bit later too. But yeah, very, very old school at this point. Now, obviously the Lings can't get too much done. He does see the Prism, which is very important. Prism speed, about halfway done right here. And I mean, there's an Immortal. Do you think it's just going to turn into like a 2-base push here?
Yeah, I was wondering that. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
When I looked at this initially, I thought, oh, it's going to be like a delayed drop or something like that. But I guess this kind of makes more sense. I think having the Immortal in is going to bring a little bit of novelty into this. A lot of times when we see the rush into the Warp Prism and then Disruptor, it's immediate. That's funny. That pylon there.
I love that
cute.
pylon actually.
Yeah, I like that.
It's really smart for warping, so you don't have to do it. You don't have to mess with the wall. Because you know that Rogue will run in the second you have a hole there because Protoss still doesn't have a door despite asking for it for years. Yeah, Colossus coming up. I mean, you're definitely...
Oh, I was...
No, I mean, there's a Nexus being made.
Disruptors.
Oh, okay. He has 2 Disruptors, too. But, like, if you're starting a Colossus this quickly, like, I think you have to follow it up with a push, right?
Oh, okay. One of the Disruptors is in the Warp Prism. That's what I was confused about. All right.
Okay.
Not bad.
Decent hit there.
Shields on both. And bruises the 2 queens.
Another Disruptor coming out. Okay, pushes the Lings back with the Colossus beams there. Spire comes up, and no big surprise to see that. Okay, double Disruptor now going out into the map. Twilight, as well as another gate here. Certainly he'll be going for Blink.
Nice snipe here. Again, you take anything that you can get, and hopefully this kind of adds up into a little bit more momentum in the actual push when it's coming.
Well, there's definitely a window here where you can get some more damage before mutas start popping out. One thing, like, when you do a build like this, you can almost just, like, blindly counter mutas, you know? Like, that's part of the reason, obviously, why you're going to go into Blink Stalkers here, as opposed to anything else. It just kind of fits better anyways, but I wonder if it would maybe make some sense here for Creator to even grab, like, either a Dark Shrine or a Templar Archives just to get a couple Archons, because when the mutas are coming out, like, you do need that little bit of extra anti-muta.
That was a very poor attack by Rogue there with the Lings. Yeah. I don't think he actually killed anything. That is pretty good.
Loses a Disruptor, but worth. That is a huge
play-by-play Tasis. I'm like, that is pretty good. So the push is going to come out now.
Oh, look at this. More Roaches on the way, actually. No mutas being made as of yet. He sees those Ravagers. Little attack coming in. Creator does have a pretty healthy drone count, honestly.
Oh, this is a pretty big counterattack here, but the probes are going to buy a little bit of time. We'll see if that, oh, that Blinks pull away. So Creator's going to come in here. He's going for broke. The Disruptor shot does connect there.
Yeah, still warping in a little bit more. That Colossi putting some damage up, but maybe not on the right unit here. The Lings coming in with that flank, and he is going to be able to pick off the Disruptor, which is pretty huge. Such an important part of this attack, but Blink is going to be finishing more and more Stalkers coming up.
And, you know, it's kind of now or never here for Creator. I mean, he did a decent amount of damage. It is going to be another dive in. He does blink forward and then blink right back out. I don't see anything on the production tab making right now for Creator, by the way. I mean, I'm talking about Robotech and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, no, I think he's just trying to kill him right now.
Yeah, he's basically got the timing set up. He does have the one Colossi in the back. He's being very patient. He's not overextending with these Zealots. He has the 2 sentries ready. Maybe one for a Guardian Shield when he actually tries to commit to the fight, I think. I don't know.
Honestly, I really like how he's sitting the rest of the units back. He's just using like enough stalkers that they can mostly all fire on anything.
Yeah.
And just letting everything else just kind of chill and microing these as well as he can. So he is kind of grinding the army down a little bit. Bailey speed gets started, and here we go. He starts bringing in more units now. Throw some force fields down there. Biles come down, but he's dodging them reasonably well. A few of them do end up hitting here.
And going to try to push this back as best he can. This could be an overextension. He goes ahead and blinks a little bit further forward here. The Colossus taking too much damage. It's still alive, barely. Blink forward, actually, on top of that.
Yeah, very aggressive blink forward. I don't think he has enough to break this, though.
Dude, he's still keeping that Colossus alive.
Yeah.
But I think you might be right, Artosis. I think that there is not quite enough here.
It feels like he's going to run dry in a moment here. The Stalkers have taken a lot of damage. They've been reduced quite a bit. The technicality of the army has gone down. Yeah, the Colossus is alive, but no more sentries or anything.
Yeah, Rogue is barely hanging on here because he does lose that Colossus, and he will probably lose his War Prism to Biles as well. This, I think, is actually going to be game. I mean, maybe Creator plays it out a little bit longer, but this was basically the climax.
Yeah.
You know, and once you don't have that Robo-Tech sophistication in your army, it's not good.
Yeah, yeah. If he had been able to keep even one Disruptor alive during this push, then I think that this could have easily turned into a victory, right? Like, you need those Disruptor hits. Otherwise, you're left just microing Stalkers as hard as you possibly can, but
Yeah.
Rogue's macro just a bit too strong now. Take that ground.
Take that ground. So, you know, this is the counterpunch coming in here from Rogue. He's basically set up in a really good position to try to come in here and do quite a bit of damage. And I think we're going to see Creator fizzle out here. Although I will say it was a good game, but, you know, Rogue, it's very hard. Maybe I should say it's very rare to ever see him die to timing attacks, right? I mean, that's kind of, if you're the best Zerg player in the world, that's sort of your thing, is not losing at specific moments in the game.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
hanging on and, you know, holding off.
Now, one thing to mention, there are 2 Disruptors out now. So maybe he can stabilize at the 3rd, but those Banelings coming in, it feels like those are just perfectly timed. The Probe's trying to run back here. He is going to end up losing a decent amount of them, unfortunately. And yeah, that's going to be it.
GG.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a great defense there from Rogue. I think that wasn't a bad build for Creator to bust out there, and he did okay with the harassment, but losing the Disruptors at the beginning, like, he lost one harassing, and then he lost a Disruptor, like, very early in the push. And really, like, if you just keep if the Disruptor had been alive for the whole push, he wins.
Yeah.
It's actually huge how big a difference, like, even one Disruptor in a battle that is that long against Roach Ravager. It's like amazing how much damage it can deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you had all the Disruptors there, when those Stalkers are running back and forth, and you just come in there and chunk out little bits of the army, you're gonna probably win. Roughneck is going to be our next map, Rogue versus Creator in this best of 5. The winner does go on into the Final 4 to face off against Trap.
Yeah, and that'll be a good one.
Sorry, Artosis, but the loser is not eliminated. Just making sure I understand my own tournament well here. And so we continue this on. Again, Creator playing better than he has ever in the 10+ years of GSL. But Rogue may be the best guy in the tournament. There's a very realistic chance that Rogue just wins this whole thing. So either way, whoever loses this series, their story is not over yet, and they will be able to fight back in the loser's bracket.
All right, we are getting the map loaded up. Roughneck, a very interesting one. Let's see if Creator can tie it up.
2022 GSL Season 1. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue. Team MB, Creator.
So he really likes to open with this, where he runs out and blocks the first hatchery. This will force it to go to where the third base would normally be.
Yeah, a very common tactic that we've been seeing. This map, by the way, definitely been seeing a lot of Void Ray builds here. Since the bases are so close, we've been seeing a lot of Void Ray Disruptor play. Would not be surprised, honestly, to see that from Creator. It does feel like, honestly, that it's the best build on the map. I don't know if you would agree with that, Tasteless.
No, I would agree with that.
Okay. I'm glad we're on the same
You know
page.
what? I'm gonna let that one go. Yeah. So, you know, with Creator, I think for the most part pulling his build off and failing. I'm interested in seeing what other kind of ideas he's going to toy with here. I think it could be possible he does sort of the same thing that he did in the last game. I mean, I think if he had tweaked that a little bit better, maybe it would have worked out. But this is a pretty different map. This map has, like, it's pretty easy to turtle on 4 bases in the bottom right. But after you try to take a fifth, it gets much tougher.
Yeah, by the way, have every single PVZ we've seen here, Protoss, has been bottom right.
Is that true?
Every single one.
Sure?
Yes. All of them.
What does that mean?
The map is rigged.
It's rigged, dude. We're going to have the tech shown here shortly. It is going to be the Twilight Council.
Okay, okay, so Creator's actually mixing it up.
Yeah, no Robo.
It really has been pretty much, like, every game that I can think of has been a Stargate opener, so kind of interesting. Now, I mean, there's a lot that you can do with a glaive opener, right? Like, you can go into Void Rays afterwards. We've seen that occasionally. And, of course, you could just go into just kind of a standard ground army. You can go into Disruptor after that.
Yeah.
Immortals are fine. You know, there's... And let's not forget, actually, remember how Hero played this map? Where he just played, like, Gateway Man and took, like, 6 bases against Zerg?
He's just going to get in there?
Yeah, man. He's just going to shade right up.
Yeah. Oh, or is he? I'm sorry, Artosis, I ran over you because I saw an Adept walking. Go ahead.
I know, it was a very important thing.
Artosis, not now. There's an Adept moving.
Wait, is the Adept making his way towards the Zerg base and then using his shade tactic?
There you go again, Dan, just ruining the show with your strategy talk. Can't you see there's Adepts walking around?
Gotta talk about it. All right, so it's actually Blink. Oh, I really didn't think. Wow. So 2-base Blink, adding gates, getting a Robo. I mean, it seems like this is just going to be a Stalker all-in, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, 4-gate Blink with
5.
a Robo?
5.
Oh, well, and then he already has a gate finish, right? So 6-gate.
6.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's basically you are just all in. You are going for a kill.
We're going to know pretty quickly if this is going to work. It's going to be like the first couple blinks. If they trade favorably enough, then you just die as Zerg. Again,
Yeah,
the thing is, though, Rogue doesn't really, he doesn't flounder in these kind of situations.
Some warpins occurring in the main base there. Doesn't want those to be seen. I'm excited. You load these guys up into that prism. And let's go. Let's get this done. A lot of lings being made.
Yeah, he's going to see that, sorry, the Ling is going to see that Warp Prism coming out now. Blinks 5 seconds out. I mean, basically, the Zerg has to brace for impact here. It is kind of a wonky timing. We're going to see it come out, and he's going to set up the first wave of Warpins here. Now, keep in mind, you can both blink and you can juggle with the Warp Prism, but you cannot afford to lose the Warp Prism in this moment, or you will lose the game.
All right. Starts to move forward here. He does have an Observer on the way, so he can clear some of this creep, but not right at this second, so he does have to walk on. You see how careful he's being. You do not want to lose this group of Stalkers. All right, gets forward, putting a lot of damage on that Queen. Okay, gets it. Blinks back.
Oh my God, those Links, I almost fell out of my chair.
Yeah, this was good, man. Those Zealots that he warped in behind, very, very useful here, or he probably would have lost all of his Stalkers pretty much.
This is so not going to work, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I seriously actually had a jump scare when those Links came up from the bottom of my chest. I was actually not ready for that.
Yeah, I guess. Well, Creator was kind of ready. He had made some zealots there, so yeah, you're the only one with the jump scare.
That's why I'm only allowed to talk about the stuff in the GSL Ro.6. He can snipe the spine.
It looks like the Lings come out and do force him back. Oh man,
this is not pretty.
Okay, well this is like, this does not look very good for Creator.
Yeah, no, this is pretty bad. Again, no third base for Creator as well. He's going to go for the robotics bay, take another gas. I just don't think he can win this, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really not looking very good. He's going to fly around with the Stalkers and the Prism. There's no reason not to. I mean, going up right now into maybe Colossus, maybe Disruptor. Colossus would probably be best here. But
okay, so this seems like one of these games where like you tried one thing, and that was basically what the game was supposed to. You're supposed to win with that one thing, right? And then it doesn't work. You're like, well, there's like one other thing I can do that's not as good, and I'm probably gonna lose. But
that's exactly what this game is.
Yeah, I'm still in this game, so like I'll just like try to do this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's, you don't want to leave from here. You still have an army, right? Like, Rogue cut drones at 40, so it's not like his economy is overwhelming yet. Like, he's droning pretty heavily right now, so it's going to get there where it's a lot better than Creator's, but Creator, you know, maybe there's a small chance here for him. And he actually is going Disruptor. I mean, Lings are a little bit more the problem. Maybe he'll throw in a Colossus as well. Getting a Dark Shrine also. I mean, yeah, maybe DTs will do something, but honestly, I think that's more for Archons than anything. Definitely are going to need Archons.
I think this is going to be a really opportune moment for the Zerg to try to attack in over here. What was that? Oh, it was for the Observer.
Yeah.
I'm like, did he get spooked by his own changeling? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
You got a jump scare just like you. Everyone's just afraid of things today.
Looks like he's pulling some queens here. They're looping around the bottom right now. And basically, Creator's trying to do whatever he can do with the limited stuff that he has. Oh, no.
Painful. All right, brings his whole army down towards that 4th base. Only one Disruptor at the moment. Rogue not ready to attack yet. Looks like some Lings are going to dive in towards the main.
Oh, God.
No.
this is so bad.
Yeah, that's not
And he's going to fraction off a couple of them over there to hit the natural. A recall comes back here, but already the attack up here. I mean, this game is only going to get worse here for Creator, and this is most likely going to be a 2-0 with Rogue just, you know, crushing through here.
Yeah, yeah, Creator is in a terrible spot right now. He's not down that many workers, but he's kind of fragmented all over the place. At 4th base, gonna get canceled. DT's doing a little bit of work there, helping to push everything back.
And
there are mutas being made. Like, what if he makes just like Archons and goes? Like, is there any chance to equalize?
I mean, the problem is that all these probes are going to get picked off, right? And, you know, the Zerg isn't even trading in this moment. You're just, like, killing stuff. Banes are going to finish. You know, if there was maybe 2 or 3 Colossi, this might be a little bit more manageable. That was funny to see those Banes actually get stuck back there.
Yeah, nice split overall. He's, like, taking the battle all right, and there are more Banes on the way. Looks like the mutas, I don't know, did they get clicked on the Nexus there? Banelings rolling in. Like, you really want overwhelming Banelings when you're going to use them against Stalkers. Creator is actually doing a very reasonable job here.
Is this going to work? I'm kind of stunned right now.
It might. I think he needs to kill the Colossus right now with the mutas.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
What is going on? Creator's going to win this game?
Yeah, I think he is, just barely
I can't believe this. I am just stunned.
A little bit of a throw here from Rogue.
Yeah. Rogue, more like Throg, am I right?
Oh,
he still got it. Yeah, man. I mean, maybe he can get enough Lings and Mutas, but like a lot of drones are killed back there. A lot.
Well, he's still making Ling Mutas, so actually I think Rogue still can do this. Right? Like, he just needs to clear this Stalker group. But Rogue is actually at 36 workers right now against 47 from Creator. Wow, that's not something I really expected. Okay, gets the Prism. Nicely done. The Ling's doing very well for him right now. Does have +2 melee on them. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is
kind of a crazy situation.
This is one of the funnest games we've had in a little while, man. This is like just so back and forth. I don't know who's going to take it.
Yeah, this is like kind of bizarre, this one. Look, it's like 4 Stalkers and a Sentry against 4 Mutas and a Ling.
Yeah, he's got 14 army supply.
Yeah.
Oh, the DT is a good touch. I like that. That's a really cheap way to maybe just get a lot of damage.
Yeah. All right, DT walking through the bottom now. Mutas look like they want to harass. Get pretty punished there.
Dude, there's no detection.
Yeah, there's
okay.
not.
Oh, dude, Rogue is like so fast and reacted. It's crazy.
He's on top of things.
He like heard the footsteps on the creep. It was crazy.
Imagine if that, only a slight buff to creep, honestly.
Yeah. I can't believe how quick he was there.
Oh, you recalled the 1DT. Okay. I love it. Make it an Archon now. Get him a friend.
All right, so we've got more Roaches. We've got Ravagers.
There's the Archon. So now he's throwing in some Colossus, getting range, more Archons. I mean, this is the right thing to do, right?
I think so.
Archons and Colossus mixed in are going to do fantastically against anything Ling-based.
He's pumping more Roaches, though. Rogue is pumping more Roaches, I should say. So, I can't believe how back and forth this game has been.
Yeah, it's been a little bit wild. Like, Rogue he took a lot of damage from that counter from Creator. He did a fantastic job with it. And look at this, he's just going to retake that 4th. It was a long time ago. Well, I guess everything's relative, right? We're only 14 minutes in, but I'm like, it feels like it was 20 minutes ago that he lost that 4th.
That's funny. It actually feels like this game was a lot longer than it actually is when we're looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a strange game. I'm digging it, though. This is a very fun one. I think that Creator's army is not going to be something that Rogue's going to be able to beat. Look at this. He's getting plasma shields. God, I love moves like that.
Smart.
It's like he's more Archon heavy, and, you know, it's like, what do you actually want to buy here? I like it. Oh, some Corruptors being made?
Yeah, he had 7 earlier, 10 now.
Huh.
Now, if he
do you like that for 2 Colossus?
No. I mean, I think it's good if they're, you know, really Colossus heavy, and then you kind of just win that fight and go spray down their buildings.
The Colossus are important. I think if you can dive on it before the engagement, it's worth. Like, even if you end up losing, even if you lost all of them, because the Lings are not going to do well against 2 Colossus. Like, if the Colossus get a few swipes off, you know, during the battle against those Lings, even if they die, they're going to have done their job, basically. More Archons coming in.
It's just crazy. It looked like in one moment the Protoss was completely dead, then it looked like Rogue was completely dead, and now we're back to, like, it's not very clear who's going to win this. We do see Rogue growing into this spot down here in the bottom left.
Charge just now on the way. Hive is coming up. Damages that tumor and walks away from it.
Well, I mean, Zerg is maxed out. I kind of thought this was going to be a game where we'd wait for the Protoss to try to push, but do you think it'd be worthwhile for the Zerg to try to attack in right now, or should he wait?
Gosh.
Oh, well, never mind.
His army doesn't scale very well. Like, Creator's army definitely is higher quality by like a huge margin. Look at this army. How does Rogue beat that army?
It's a lot of Archons, man. It's going to be very tough. Charge
Yeah.
is, it's actually funny, Charge is not done. Did you just notice that?
Yeah, I
Yep,
saw
yeah,
this. Those two Zealots are not going to be moving very fast. Okay, Creator getting ready. Just giving a little scout off there. Has a relatively large group of Stalkers over on the side. Yeah, I think Creator has to hit something. Like he can go to the south base, or he can try to get up here.
Oh, dude, that's so good with the Archons in the front.
Yeah, he did lose all of his sentries as they rolled in, unfortunately, but the Archon's doing easily enough right there. Greater Spire on the way, which is going to be quite a strong counter to this army. If you still have stuff left underneath, of course. Creator needs to push. Is he taking this too slowly?
Yeah, is he being too methodical with trying to break in here? I mean, this bridge is not good for the Protoss, by the way. I mean, I feel like he should actually try to take a fight on somewhere that is not, you know, a two-lane road. I mean, you get somewhere that's a little bit more open. Like, this is probably going to be better.
Okay, here we go. The Banelings trying to go around the Archons, having a very hard time. The Banelings just don't connect with anything that they deal good damage to.
And now the supplies are quite a bit in Creator's favor here.
Yeah, he's looking pretty darn strong at the moment. A lot more Lings being made, but still, this is a Ling-killing army. Little group of charge lots coming in the side, going to force a cancel on that base easily. Okay, we are down to 3 Archons. Vials coming down. Some great Vials, really dealing a lot of damage with them. Corruptors all being picked off. Some great juggling here with those Colossi.
Yeah, beautifully done. The Colossi stays alive. Dude!
Wow.
Creator wins game 2.
I thought for sure Rogue was going to take that after he held the blink attack.
Yeah, I was so confident that of all players in the entire world, like Rogue and Cyril as well, of course, but like, you know, it's like they're very, very good once they get ahead, that they'll never give that up. I mean, Creator, that's insane, dude. Again, and it wasn't just like he beat Rogue. His timing attack failed, and that puts you at an inherent disadvantage.
Yeah.
In the game, so the fact that he was able to kind of move out of that and handle all the attacks from Rogue and tie it up is insane. Blackburn is going to be map 3. We're going to decide between Rogue and Creator who is going to take that second win and take the lead in this best of 5.
Yeah, tied up 1-1. Very important map here on Blackburn. Actually, a very interesting map too. The gold base, them sharing the bottom, should be a good one. Here we go in a game number 3.
2022 GSL Season 1. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue. Team MB, Creator.
All right, got the hatch block going on. Rogue just going to go right on by. No big surprise.
Yeah, Creator really does like this opening where he can control this. All hail Creator. I agree. Everybody's on the Creator hype train. Welcome to the studio, by the way. Thank you for coming down. I'm so happy to have an audience again. I love doing this show, but like when it's in this big, empty, quiet studio, that's what it is. It's so quiet.
Yeah.
You know? No clapping. Sharing. I don't know. It's so much better to have something where people can watch in person.
I would tend to agree. It just brings up the energy a bit.
And as a reminder, guys, we have the finals. It's going to be at Digital Media City at the... Why do I not know the name of this?
Sangam Studio.
Sangam Studio, thank you.
The Sangam Coliseum, I believe, is what we call it.
Yeah, I think it's called the Coliseum. And so come down to that. Come and enjoy the games in person. I think there's going to be more information on that Thursday. But, yeah, finally people can actually start enjoying this. We had, like, a week somewhere in the middle of the pandemic where people could come back in, and then COVID hit really hard.
Yeah.
And we had to stop everything again. I think it was when Delta hit.
And now it's back open up.
Now here we go.
You guys should definitely come down. The finals are always fun, no matter who's playing. It's just like got a great atmosphere. You know, it's just hype.
Yeah.
Someone's about to win, you know, the biggest tournament of their career most of the time.
Yeah. You're going to see some great games.
Mm-hmm. So just staying active right now with this probe. Stargate comes up. We'll see what type of Stargate that it's going to be. You know, is it going to be Oracle-based or is it going to be Void Ray-based? I think it's a completely reasonable map to do a Void Ray build on.
I think so, yeah.
And, I mean, I think Oracle builds are just always solid anyways. You know, 2-3 Oracle. Nothing wrong with that.
I think it's safe, and the Oracle does have a lot of utility later on, especially when it comes to tagging. I mean, the Oracle, I mean, it's cool to get drones, obviously, but I think the fact that you can kind of survey what they're doing, and the Zerg doesn't really have any recourse for that.
No,
and
not
you can
much.
just retag the army over and over again.
And, I mean, the stasis wards, we see harassment and defense, and yeah, it's always very solid. Now, there's an Oracle. That doesn't mean it's not a Void Ray build. We'll see. Might be like Oracle into Void Ray to clear Overlords. Okay, well, I mean, a Ling just waltzes up here, and now he knows exactly what's going on. Ooh, got it. Oh, you got 2 drones, though, with his Oracles. I think you're happy as Zerg right now.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're really looking, if you're going to lose both your Adepts, I think you need like 4 drones.
So, yeah, I mean, Void Rays are going to be coming out. It should be a little bit of a slow game for the time being. Oh my god, those Lings almost got it. It's like this Adept just has like wide hips, and that stops the Lings from coming in.
His genetics help.
Yeah, it's just, it's a very broad-shouldered Adept. So I thought they were going to be able to run in there.
All right, not bad on the Oracle harassment. 3 kills, not bad, not bad. And they do get in this time. Void Ray just cleaning up Overlords at the moment.
Oh, man, shut down there.
Yeah. These Lings are actually really annoying.
Whoa! That's a misclick.
Oh, did he place it incorrectly? Or...
Oh, I actually didn't look. I thought he accidentally hit escape. I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure. Like, okay, I don't think he placed it incorrectly, but yeah, I don't know why he would cancel there. That doesn't quite gel with me. It must have been a mistake. It's not the end of the world, but you know, 100 minerals gone.
I mean, you lose 25% of the cost of the building, and so when you see, like, you know, Nexus is canceled, it's like, that's a lot of money. 100 minerals, excuse me, is a lot.
All right, these 2 Adepts actually doing a fantastic job. Not all that useful at the moment, but 6 kills, really, really nice. Wow, just continues here with the Adepts. Now, look at that, 14 drones and 15 Lings killed. Very well done from Creator. I do like that for him. Now, in come a couple Oracles. An Immortal being made at home as well as more gates, so we're definitely not seeing any sort of Void Ray build. Definitely the way it looks is like he is going to do a very strong attack soon. Right? If you're making this many sentries, you're popping up this many gates, we don't even have a Forge, and there's an Immortal out. Yeah, we're gonna see quite the attack coming out of Creator.
So it's going to be, you know, the 5 gates coming in here, the War Prism coming out soon, so we should see some pressure. Keep in mind, Zerk's on 3 bases. Ez is the Protoss, so Zerk does have to take a 4th base. There is no circumstance where you just, as a Zerk player, stay on the same number of bases for a long time. So,
but right now he needs to focus on making units, and he is. He's making a lot of lings right now, which are going to help out. Crater is getting ready for his attack.
Yeah.
Our drones are under attack.
So he's going to just keep pushing up.
All right, I mean, it's kind of an old school type of push here in Immortal Century. There's no Twilight upgrades or anything like that. Rogue going to try to take this in the widest possible area. Throws a couple spores down. Oh my god, did he just target his own Stalker?
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, yeah. Now, I got to point this out, guys. Like, Creator, he's the most emotional player we have in the GSL. Be honest, probably number 2.
Yeah.
And, you know, the problem with, you know, if you're in a tournament, you're getting too emotional, is that, you know, you could start to mess up. The highs are very high, but the lows are very, very low, right? So I'm worried he might be, you know, between the Nexus cancellation and accidentally targeting the Stalker, and, you know, the nerfs might be getting to him.
It's possible, but he's making a lot of very good choices. Like, he moved forward with that attack that definitely looked like it was a dedicated attack, and he turned around. I think he realized that it wasn't going to work out. He's taken his gold base. He's just making units right now. Like, I think that Creator is putting out a, like, high-quality play, right? Whatever you may think about the strategies that he's choosing, he's making the right decisions to give himself optimal chances under these circumstances, right? Like, that attack didn't seem like it was going to work, so he harasses a little bit, backs up. Look at this, second Stargate coming up, starting to produce some Phoenixes against this Spire. I mean, he's taking the gold base. If he gets that gold base up, you're not really worried about the economy of Rogue. Not right now, at least. He's got 75 workers against 69.
So, I mean, we're at the point now where I feel like the Protoss does probably need to start to attack, because these base, the gold base and this base in the top left. Or do you just want to wait until the Zerg?
I think you wait.
Okay.
I think he's doing it just right. Like, I didn't like the opening, and it didn't do what it was meant to do. I think, like, it forced units, which is always nice, but... Like, look at this army. It doesn't look like a very good army, but you know what? He's getting Phoenixes out for the mutas. We'll see if he gets enough. Like, how much damage is dealt here. Look at that. He's got a cannon. He's got a shield battery just kind of waiting. Bringing up a few Stalkers. Still trying to harass a bit.
Looks like Zerk's going to try to come down here now. Oh, this is bad. He's just going to lose all these sentries.
Yeah.
Oh, he just now saw that, that pickup.
This is getting a little bit tough. Brings down his Colossi, though. Going after that gold base a little bit. Unfortunately, already used the overcharge on the other base. Oh, my God.
Didn't kill the Immortal. That's insane.
Immortal living up to its name.
Even the 2 Phoenixes get away. That was crazy.
I got to tell you, Creator is a completely different player than he was in the past.
It's insane, man.
Completely different.
He looks so much better than we have ever seen.
The amount of good decision-making that we're seeing is phenomenal. All right, Muta's flying in towards the main. He doesn't have that many Phoenixes, right? He's got 6. 6 is pretty good. All right, gonna bring them all together. Unfortunately, everything's starting to get unpowered here. Colossi coming down, so he'll be able to deal with those lings pretty quickly. Looks like he's going to lose a Stargate, unfortunately. The Mutas are actually starting to really do some damage. Look at this, 29 Mutas out right now. I think Rogue might just win with the Mutaflock.
Yeah, the Mutas are going to be hard to deal with because there's not going to be a moment it looks like the Creator can try to move out on the map. I mean, as well as he's playing.
All right, the Stalkers getting shaved down a little bit by those Mutas, and as the Stalkers come back, looks like he feels like he's got to turn around. The Colossus, you do not want those picked off. Oh my God. Phoenixes come up, throws down the overcharge instantaneously, maybe even a little bit too fast. The Mutas are really doing a lot.
Wrecking. And yeah, I don't see opportunities for the Protoss to attack here. We don't normally have PVZs last this long on this map, by the way. I feel like we don't see these kind of games. anywhere near as often.
Yeah, well, when they do go long, a lot of times it's just, you know, sky toss, where you just kind of can't die. But here it's quite action-packed. But the Mutas are doing so much now. Look at this. The Ling's running into the main base. Mutas will rotate somewhere. Not entirely sure where yet. They are coming up to help out those Lings. More coming in. Oh, my God. Going after the Cybernetics Core. The Colossi taking huge amounts of damage. Looks like the Mutas will be able to pick those off pretty easily. Oh, he actually doesn't get that second one.
Yeah, I mean, these Mutas are doing so much, and again, I mean, do you see any way for Creator to do anything to Rogue on his side of the map?
No.
I do not.
This is where the problem is really coming up. Like, he's continuing to make the Mutas, which is a good call still. If there was a fleet peeking out right now that was chronoing down, you know, Phoenix range, I'd give him some sort of chance, but in this situation, no. Like, not only can he not deal with the Mutas, like, if he tries to attack, Rogue is going to be able to clean it up.
He's actually going to get these Stargates, which means if he can get any moment where he can corner the Phoenixes, like the Phoenixes come too close. Dude, he's getting all the tech. This is insane.
No, the Muta ball is just too big. He's almost 50 Mutas. This is like almost 100 supply of Mutas flying around destroying everything.
So this attack's going to come out. The problem is that Creator's bases are in shambles. And look, man, I mean, maybe Creator does a whole bunch of damage over there, but all Creator has to do is not lose 1 or 2 bases in this whole process.
Oh, you mean Rogue?
I'm sorry, yes, I did mean Rogue. Excuse me.
It's like, because Creator's losing more than 1 or 2 bases, man. His nexuses are popping. And not the good popping that the kids use. A lot of spines going up, so he is trying to just, like, I mean, this is the safe way to go about it. He probably could have just held this easily anyways, but with that, that's going to be GG.
GG. Rogue takes game 2. But I'm telling you, man, this series has been a good, close series.
Yeah. If Creator can get an opener that doesn't put him behind, I think he'll be able to win the game without too much trouble, which doesn't sound right to say against Rogue, but really, like, he's had a couple games where the opener got him behind, and then he plays wonderfully after that.
Yeah. See what he's got, man. This has been quite the series. I do kind of feel like Rogue's probably going to take it, but Creator, you know, it's not even just the overarching strategies or that he won one game. It's like there's so many little moments where I'm like, oh, that was a good move there.
Yeah.
Or like that decision to make this thing or send this thing here. It's like, you're really good.
Yeah.
You're a really good player.
He's just legitimately really good now. We just have to, like, get used to this. This is the new Creator.
Yeah. Glittering ashes. Glittering ashes. For map 4, Rogue versus Creator. Our game is now loading up. Remember, the winner goes on to face Trap in the round of 4, but the loser is not eliminated. They go to the loser's bracket. So yeah, no one's going to be taken out just yet.
2022 GSL Season 1. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Rogue. Team MB, Creator.
Another hatch block, another hatchery at the third base location. Is there a certain strategy you would like to see Creator open up with?
Whoa, I like this drawing. This is very cool.
Yugi Rogue?
I'm sorry, what'd you ask me?
Is there a certain strategy you would like to see Creator open with here?
Oh, no, I don't have one in particular. I don't know if you do, but I'm just kind of excited to see how he approaches this, you know. I mean, it's funny because in the past, like, we would watch Creator's games, and there was almost always an epic failure somewhere in the games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he would be doing an Archon harass with, like, a War Prism harass with 2 Archons in there and then lose the War Prism. You know,
Yeah,
stuff
it
like
would be
that
stuff
where
like
you're just
that.
like, yeah, that's going to cost you. And, you know, if you're going to be competitive in the game, you can't do that. You know, that will spell a loss no matter what. And the rest of the game isn't really worth looking at. So Crater had, like, a lot of games where he, like, barely won or it was a total disaster. And so I don't know, you know, what he's doing that has fixed this, if it's just a change in the practice, if it's a change in the way he viewed the game, if he's kind of figured out how to organize his thoughts more. I know that's a big thing in StarCraft, and I think one of the reasons why I actually think like RTS games are really good for you is it kind of teaches your brain how to organize thoughts and put things places and optimize things. But yeah, I mean, I don't care what build he does. I just want to see how he does it, or you know how he does when he does it, because he's looking so good.
Well, it's a Stargate opener. We'll see if it's Oracle or Void or a mixture of the two. Rogue over here gets his 3rd started at his natural. Speed is on the way. So, I mean, pretty standard openers against each other.
Yeah.
See if he goes Void or Oracle first. We're about to find out. Void. Okay. Honestly, I don't mind Void openers still. I actually really like them on Roughneck, to be honest. But yeah, it's like, how many Voids, right? Is the 2 Stargate Void into Carrier still good? I'm not so sure about that. Doesn't feel as strong, and you're kind of letting Rogue get into that late game that he wants.
Yeah.
But, you know, a defensive Void, maybe even 2.
You know, I just feel like if you were to mass Void Rays, it just, and I mean, I could be totally off, but it feels to me like players like Rogue just thrive in those moments because you're not really engaged with them. Like, you're safe from attacks, but Rogue doesn't need to, like, kill you early on to win the game. He's just going to be like, all right, I'll take 5 bases and you know, power up and not miss a beat on anything.
We've seen a lot of games, too, with Muta Corruptor that have been doing pretty darn well against that.
Yeah.
Okay, takes the 3rd base rather quickly here with the Void covering. Spores going up now. Stop any incoming Oracle harassment. Ah, 2nd Stargate. So he is actually going to go pretty heavy Void, it looks like.
Okay. Well, I mean, I hope he proves me wrong then in this game. No disrespect to Rogue, but I mean, I'm certainly more excited to see Creator playing right now, as well right now, you know.
Yeah, we'll see if it's going to be Void or there is a possibility it's Phoenix. We've seen a few people trying out Phoenix lately. No attack upgrades as of yet.
Yeah, man. Gonna be a slow one, at least to start off.
Yeah, Voids it is. And yeah, basically any time that you see 2 Stargate Void Ray, no one should die anytime early. Like, we should be getting up to pretty high supplies overall.
Yeah, they basically stay alive long enough that, or keep the Protoss alive long enough that you can do whatever you want it to do.
Yeah, I think the quickest kill that we've seen reliably happen to Void Ray builds nowadays is the Muta Corruptor thing.
Yeah.
But even that takes a little while to get to. And honestly, I'm not entirely sold that that's the right way to play it yet.
So, I mean, you got to see between the little building placements here, the Adepts, and then, of course, Void Rays out on the map. The Lings really don't get to do that much.
This is going to come to a head very quickly, Tasteless. A couple of Dropper Lords coming up. I almost just called you Tastely.
Tastely, I like that.
Yeah, Tastely.
Tastely.
That's your name for when you're my butler. Tastely.
You want me to be your Alfred?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go for drop here, and so this is engineered to basically kill him right away. I don't like that sound when they load.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah. It's gross.
Yeah, Overlords make weird, gross sounds all the time. Okay, it's 4 Voids, soon to be 2 more. He does have Disruptor Tech coming, but it's not ready quite yet. If he somehow caught the Dropper Lords and turned on the Voids and just picked them off, there would be no creep for the Queens. seems difficult to do. Okay, here we go. Void Ray's not anywhere near them right now. I think you're going to want to throw down a Creep Tumor instantaneously here.
Okay, here we go. They're going to be able to drop Creep down here as well. And this is going to be the moment. Creator has to hang on. He cannot afford to lose this game.
He's taking a lot of damage on those two Voids, unfortunately. And they both fall. This looks like Rogue is going to the round of 4 right now. Yeah, he is losing a lot, man. Throws down another Nexus, but...
Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame Creator for losing here. But that's going to be, I think, game. I mean, the Queens, you know, once they get over here to not just the Nexus, but where the pylons and gates are, yeah, GG. Rogue takes it 3-1. Excuse me. Rogue takes it 3-1.
Yeah.
In a great series.
Creator played well, though.
He did. He played very well.
Yeah, and that one definitely did not go his way. He was way out of position, everything. So Rogue goes on to the round of 4 to fight Trap. That's going to be a hard one for Trap. But I think Creator actually still has the best shot at getting out of this group out of everyone left over,
Yeah,
RagnaroK,
so.
DRG, and Creator. So we'll see him in the last match here tonight.
All right, guys, we're going to have an interview now with Rogue, see how he's feeling. He'll be going up against Trap in the round of 4. And that interview is ready, so we're going to throw it over to Andy and get that translated.
Right, Rogue defeats Creator in today's winners match, and he moves on. Congratulations, thank you. This is your second consecutive round of 4 advancement. How do you feel? Honestly, even if I lose to Creator, I had confidence in ZVZ, so I was pretty confident. So, you know, I think I was kind of nervous today, but in the end, I'm really happy to move on. So, Rogue, are you still nervous? I mean, I thought I was a veteran of the scene, but last week when I was playing against Trav, I was so nervous when I lost to him, and I was really angry, infuriated myself. So I think I'm gonna have to play better on that. So Rogue, you kept maintaining the first place, but after you played against the final match against Trav, the overall standings changed, and you said you're angry about that. So what kind of aspect were you disappointed with? You know, I kind of got the feeling when I used to be more like an amateur player back in the days, and things were not going according to plan. My hands were not moving. So I was really angry, and you know, in the meantime, I practiced really hard for this match today. Alright, let's talk about the match. First game, Berlingrad. It was an easy defense for you against Creator's aggression. So can you tell us about that one? At first, I thought it would be really hard to fend off, but I think Creator was kind of nervous today. I felt that. I mean, as long as he had a better control on the Creator, better micro, I probably couldn't have defended it. But you know, he made some trivial mistakes, which led to my win. Rogue, every time you use mutas, you're very aggressive. Every time you play on stage, you always have an overwhelming victory against your opponent. So is there a specific reason as to why you're so strong on those mutas, Rogue? If you're going to use mutas, there are things that you need to exclude. I mean, Creator is not as good as Hero or Trap when it comes to Blink Stalkers. So I think that was why the mutas today was more powerful against Creator today. So Rogue, you just kept going for the mutas. Did you not think of anything else? I mean, if I go for a different composition, and I kind of got nervous myself, so I think things would have gone differently in a bad way if I didn't go for mutas. Well, overwhelming performance from you, Rogue. So I have a question, not relevant to the game. So again, it will be you versus Dark, a ZVZ. So you kept beating Dark like last season and the last season. So Rogue, now you're meeting him not in the round of 8, but in the round of 4, a more advanced bracket. So how do you feel? I feel like Dark, in terms of skills, he's a better player than me. But it's always interesting to come up with builds against Dark. It's always fun. So I'm gonna have to prepare really hard. I mean, I don't have that much practice time, but I'm still confident in my skills, and I'll try to put up a good match against him. And Ro, you said that this season is your best shot for winning the trophy. So anything else you want to say? Yes, I mean, this is the best scenario for me to pave myself to the victory. So I'm gonna try to lift the trophy no matter what. Once again, congratulations, Ro. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
4강에 진출한 이병현 선수 만나봤는데요. 다음 경기는 16강에서
Yeah. Okay. All right. I thought my mic was off for a second. I'm like, oh no. Guys, coming up next, RagnaroK versus DRG. Two Zergs going at it. We'll be getting to that after the short break.